Hello and welcome to Moon Review. Now you might be wondering why I'm speaking in English instead of Malay as usual. Well, my fellow loyal reviewers, that is because I don't give a crap. It's my channel, I can do whatever I want.
Kamu lihat muka saya ni? Ada muka saya ni kisah?
I'm just kidding, because I wanted to practice my English and experiment with my video for a bit this time. I might or might not stick to it. And also because I don't give a shit. Now, without further ado, let's get into the video. So, do you like child abuse, depression, anxiety? Or do you perhaps like BDSM traps or maybe have a scream fetish? Even if you don't have it now, well, trust me.
You will.
If the answer to these questions above is yes, which is kinda concerning, well then, I have just the game for you. It's called Megaman, also known as Rockman in the modern and futuristic world of Japan. So, what's this game about? Well, I'm glad you asked, my friend. This game is an action platformer where, yes, you've guessed it, platform your way through each level while murdering and getting violated by everything in your path as a robot boy that physically looks like a freaking 5-year-old. Anyway, if you can't tell, this game is pretty popular and has its own cult following like K-pop and made-up religions.
Ayah Pin.
Saya berjumpa dengan Ayah Pin sendiri di langit saya jumpa. Saya beramal, kemudian masuk di alam sebalik mata dia panggil. Alam Bazrah dia panggil alam sebalik mata. Saya melalui Madinah. Kemudian saya pergi ke Mekah. Daripada Mekah saya naik ke atas.
Nak royaknya kelebihan, kebesaran, ketinggian dia. Ayah Ping ni.
Have you seen an alien? Have you seen an alien, please?
Live. As stated previously, you play as a robot boy called Megaman and fight against robots that had been hacked by scammers from India.
Redeem this! You did not have to redeem this, ma'am! You did not have to redeem this! Why did you do it?
I think the phone.
Why did you do it? No! No!
The head of this dangerous criminal organization that targets old people and retards is none other than the evil Dr. Wily. So it's your job to stop these scammers so they will stop spreading virus and malware across the world and find an actual job. All jokes aside, the plot of this game is really simple, always have been, and I love it because that means they can never fuck it up. In this game it's simple. Dr. Wily hacks the robots, you beat the shit out of them, Dr. Wily apologizes like a little bitch, and boom, game over. You win. Simple. But don't let this cute little story fool you. To tell you the truth, there's actually a conspiracy theory that's been brewing in my mind for a very long time now. Of all the robots Dr. Light has created, why is it that his closest and favorite assistants are a little child and another literal child? With his skills, the Doctor could have made a Genshin Impact character or made Mega Man in a Giga Chat form, but instead, he made a little girl and a boy that screams like a femboy every time he dies. So this had made me to believe that the Doctor likes lollipops and he doesn't discriminate. Maybe Dr. Wily isn't the bad guy after all. Perhaps he was just misunderstood. And I'm willing to change sides if it means we can get a new season of Catching a Predator with Chris Hansen.
You want to explain yourself? Grab that towel right there, please. Wrap it around yourself, and please sit in that stool. What are you doing?
Making a mistake.
Making a mistake. What would have happened after you walked in there naked?
Something probably would have happened.
Something like what?
Something along sexual lines.
Like you would have had sex with a 14-year-old girl.
I'm not sure if I would have done that, but
Marvin, you're naked. So what's going to be happening if I'm not here? You're naked, there's a 14-year-old girl, you're chasing a cat around, you've got Cool Whip. Police on the ground!
Gameplay. Since Megaman is one of the most OG action platformers out there, the gameplay mechanics are fairly simple but hard to master. You can move left and right, jump, and slide. You can also use the Mega Buster to shoot a small load and a bigger load at your enemies, which are highly effective. There's also a new gear mechanic which lets you slow down time with the blue gear or shoot your 3 months load with the red gear. The red gear can also enhance your special abilities. Honestly, I mostly only use the blue gear because some stages or boss fights are difficult or almost impossible without it. There are 8 stages to choose from in any order you like, and at the end of each stage is a boss that you must defeat. Some examples are Torchman, Tundraman, Blockman, Impact Man, and your mother. After beating a boss into submission, and by that I mean blowing them up into pieces even though they are only possessed and not actually evil, you get their special superpowers. Each level has a lot of unique enemies. Some are fun while others are annoying. But I can guarantee that you won't be having too much trouble with the enemies, because the true terror and the real enemy in the game is none other than the level design itself. Instead of ranting, let me just show you. Look at this and tell me that this is not a bullshit level design. I swear some of these levels are specifically designed just to fuck with you. The developers are MVPs and probably have a PhD in emotional pain engineering, and you cannot convince me otherwise. Don't lie to me and say that you got through this first try, because that's the same as you admitting to me that you're a Reddit moderator. I also can't remember how many times I've fallen to my demise only because I was a pixel too far or too close when I jumped. To be fair, there is a shop where you can buy upgrades and items that can help your run on each level become easier. Good thing the game wasn't made by EA or Ubisoft though, because they would put a price tag on each item and the dog would probably become a DLC. Music. The music in this game is straight up bussin'. Each level has its own soundtrack, and I would literally just stand around in some of this level just to vibe to the soundtrack. Difficulty. This game has several difficulty ranging from TikTok influencer, politicians,
You nak gaduh dengan saya? Anytime. Tanya saja, kita datang jangan marah.
respectable member of society, and retail workers. But to be honest with you, all the difficulties are virtually the same because, like I said earlier, the enemies might hit harder, but the level designs won't change. If the game is too hard for you, it's fine to play on the lowest difficulty. I won't judge, just don't talk to me in public. Final thoughts. So, Mega Man 11, a frustrating and unforgiving, good game. You gotta play it. If you love platformers, you'll definitely love this game. Well, that's all for this video. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you again on the next video, okay? Bye.